Hello, Awifians. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you all, wherever you may be in the world. Day 2 of our challenge. I hope you're well. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. Like always, keep safe, stay healthy. COVID is still very much out there. Please protect yourself, protect your family and friends, and stay home as long as you can, as much as you can. My name is Lilian Mole. I am the founder. I hope you can hear me. Yes, I am the founder and CEO of the African Women's Economic and Entrepreneurship Forum, the place where we challenge the status quo for economic advancement of African women worldwide. Day 2 of our challenge. Yesterday, we broke down our budget. We had our income on one side, we had our expense on the other side, and we could tell the difference. Now, I was thinking the whole night about this. Ladies, especially those of you in the developed country, in diaspora, we pay tax on our income. So let's think again. We had an income of 24,500. No, I just made up the figures. It's not mine. I just made it up. As per each country, you have to look in your country how much you need to pay as tax for the income that you earn. In Switzerland, if you had an income of 24,500, I hope it's more because it's a very expensive country, you would roughly make a calculation of taxes that you have to give back to the government of about 1.5 month income. Each country is different. Germany is different. America is different. So check in your country what the percentage is, how much you have to give back as tax on the revenue. It's important that we start to put all of this in place before we fall in trouble, that we cannot afford to pay back our taxes. So in that sheet that we had yesterday, I'll try to share my screen again because I've just tried before and I did not make it. It did not work. Let's see. Let's see, do we do Chrome? Chrome is StreamYard. Entire screen is this one. Let's see. Let's say share. Because I don't understand, my Excel is wide open. I'm going back to StreamYard. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Now we see it. Good. So I hope you can see my screen. Yes. Perfect. This is my screen. And today, if you look carefully on the screen again, I've added tax on income, tax on revenue, tax on income. So compared to the amount we have on the screen, I think you will have to pay back 3,500. I could be wrong. Check again in your country. Each country is different. So please check in your respective country because I don't want to misguide anybody. There is also a certain level, a threshold where you do not have to pay tax. Check in your country. But just know, if you have a certain income, you have to pay tax on that income, and you should really deduct it as an expense because you have to give back some money. It's not yours. The 25,000 or 24,500 is not all yours. You have to give some money back. So let's look at it. We have 25,000 and we have 16,000. That's even the minimum, you know. There was no clothing in it. There were so many things that were missing. If we really look at this budget, we know we are in big trouble. And now is the time for us to think, how do we want to get out of this trouble in the next 3 years? Because we cannot live with this. The difference is so little that saving becomes a problem. Investment becomes a problem. So the only thing we can do is increase our income. How do we do that? First, you have to know where you stand and how you want to increase your income over the years. Is it by 5%? Is it by 10%? How do you want to increase your income? Is it by getting a second job? That's why you hear most people in the developed countries have many jobs because they can't handle it on one salary. So ladies, I hope you're really taking some time to think about the options. You're taking the time to think about your life, because no one is going to build it for you. Break down. Start now. November is on its way. November, December, those are the festive seasons. If you do not make those changes today, next year is going to be as difficult as this year. And the hope for everyone on this platform, my hope for everyone on this platform is that by next year, each time there is an increase in salary. There are so many possibilities out there. Start an Amazon business. It's free, it costs you nothing. There are so many things you can start with. You can start a mug business, it costs you nothing to start, it's 0 franc. You can start a journal business, 0 franc. It costs you 0 penny to start those kind of businesses. And they can be very, very important. They can be a great source of revenue. Ladies, it's time to put our heads down and think of how we want to get to our financial freedom. It's really time to put our head down to think of how we want to retire. We are getting older. No one is getting younger. How do you want to retire? Will you be able to support yourself when you get to that stage? Because like you all know, like I've said over and over, 80% of men die married, 80% of women die widow. Think of it. Go back again to your revenue data. Look at your income. Look at your expense. Look at the tax you have to pay. And look again closely and ask yourself, can I afford to make a change? Where can I make this change? How can I make this change? What are the priorities that I have to put in place? What is my goal? What is my target? And how do I have to navigate my way from where I am today to where I want to go? Break it down. It is possible to make changes. It is possible to gain financial freedom, but you can't just gain financial freedom from the air. You have to plan. You have to budget. And this is what we are not educated as girls growing up in Africa. It's time to start talking figures. It's time to start speaking facts to the younger generation so they know where they're going. And again, one very important point I want to make out here. You have a salary of 2,000 per month. We saw the total at 24 or 25,000 per year. Ladies, we are not getting that chunk of money in one day, okay? We get it each month. So you have to make a calculation of how much you really need each month to survive and slide in some investment in. When you make your calculation, this is what you need to survive per month. Can you add $100, $500 onto that so you can start investing? Do not neglect this stage of your life. Do not neglect your budgeting. Do not neglect it. Do this over and over. And I hope that on this platform, we'll bring in people to help us understand how we can really budget a year in advance. It was a pleasure spending these few days with you on this topic. Many topics will come up. I hope in the month of November, I will be able to do it in French. And in December, we're going to have our online summit. So if you know of an African lady doing great things out there who has the time, an hour to spare with us at the very beginning of November, maybe the 4th to the 5th of November, we have, on the 4th is going to be the English speaking, the 5th is the French speaking, send them over. We need more of women who have succeeded to enlighten us on how they did it. My hope is to spread the word that is possible and that we are leaving no one behind. Have a great weekend. Go back to your figures. Can you afford a comfortable life in 2022? Where are you going wrong? Where are you overspending? Where are you underspending? Do you have space for investment? Let's think about it. That's it for the challenge. It's over. And we'll continue with different topics. November, I'll do my best to do the same thing in French. So thank you so much for your patience, the Francophone community. I know I'm not giving you much input like I'm doing with the English speaking community. So be patient. It's coming. Everything takes time, but we've got to plan. Take care. Bye bye.